Welcome to the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Here's a guy who thought those voices in his head sounded familiar. Your host, Rick Dollar.
Hey, a few weeks ago, I got to sit down with my old buddy, Marty Falle, at Randy Wood's Guitars and Music. And this is how that went. My guest today is Mr. Marty Falle. Now, Marty's a singer-songwriter, Nashville musician, father. How you been?
Doing great.
How are you handling all this success? I mean, you want to go into details here. I mean, what do you got, like 8 records now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, every time I look up the charts or whatever, I'm seeing you just way up there at the top at APD Global, Roots. I mean, there's some huge names in there knocking on the door. Guys like Billy Strings. Yeah. I mean, Alison Krauss and Union Station.
Love Alison Krauss.
It's a great record. But I'm just trying to gather all this in my head. Okay? Because, well, how long has it been since you and I have known each other? What, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Okay. If somebody would have said Marty Falle back then, which they did, I mean, I was like, who?
That's what you said.
Who's Marty Falle? But I've learned about who you really are, not just your music. You got a great family.
Oh, I love my family.
And they, I think the support there in your family
For sure.
is very important in the music business, and any artist will tell you this. But it's just, it's a great mixture of what I think the music business should be about.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about bluegrass so much. It's very family oriented. You could be 2 years old. You could be, 102 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just that way. And my wife Amber has just been right there with me, and my son Macklin, who is quite a musician himself, right there with me, and feels good, man. I have a great producer, Jonathan Yudkin, and great group of guys that I play with in Nashville. So it's not me alone. It's like a family, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I would call it. I mean, it's like the perfect storm, man. It's like it's come together at the right time, I think, for you. And now we were just talking earlier off camera about being at IBMA this year.
Yeah.
And the people that you talk to, and I understand how that can kind of go to a lot of people's heads, but I think you got family there too. I think you grabbed a bunch of people there, like Greg Blake, and people of that nature. They're just really cool people to be around.
He is a cool guy, and I didn't win any awards,
Yeah.
but I did make a lot of friends. So I had a lot of fun there.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. But yeah, I just got back from Chattanooga and had a pretty good time at the IBMA.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
Pretty good?
I it's a nice little town.
It is.
And what I liked kind of coming in is I saw everyone's got some of the bluegrass acts have buses,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not the kind of buses that you would think, right? They're not like brand new.
Yeah, they don't say Greyhound on
So I called my wife and I'm like, I'm looking at this, but you're not gonna believe this. I'm looking at this old bus right now, and it says, I will mention it.
Go ahead.
It was a Poe Ramblin' Boys. Right?
Exactly. They've had that bus for a while.
I'm thinking this thing is, maybe, I don't know, a couple of decades, maybe more, right? But it's very cool. So you saw the buses out there, and then when I walked in, I saw my wonderful singing partner, Carly Greer, who is just amazing on this record that I just did called Hillbilly Irish. So she was there, and she was getting ready for her. She was nominated for some things, and she's my favorite. She's one of my favorite bluegrass singers.
Yeah.
Period. And Greg Blake standing right next to her and talking to him, and then walking in, and Bluegrass Unlimited just did a featured article on me with Billy Strings was on the cover, right? And there's my name. I'm like, how's this possible, right?
How did this work?
And I got to meet the Price sisters, right? And I love their sound.
They're unreal.
Yeah, they are. They're really cool. And so then I walked down the the exhibit hall, and I saw who did I say? I saw Cindy Bauckham.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw my friend Steve Wilson with Bonfire Records in Pine Castle, who we worked together, and just a phenomenal banjo player.
That's a great bunch of guys.
And then we kept walking, and then I was with Greg Tutwiler at the Americana Rhythm magazine. And the great part about that was I was on the cover last month. So I grabbed one of those, right? And I go over to the Station Inn, and I'm like, hey, can I play at the Station Inn? And they go, well, who are you? And I said, I'm the guy on this cover right here.
See, I don't feel so bad now.
Can you put this guy from this cover in your venue? And she goes, well, you got to call this number and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was having fun with that. I got to meet Joey Black, a great guy.
He is.
And, you know, gosh, who else? Just it was just a lot of fun.
So you were a fanboy
Mike
for
Mitchell,
about 2 days.
Got to meet Mike Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal player.
Talking about somebody, though, that has education in their heart.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
Mike Mitchell. I mean, I met him a long time ago, but this guy, you can tell, he just wants to teach people to do things better.
You know, I was flattered because he invited me to help out at the songwriters mentoring program.
That's a good deal.
You know, I walk in the room. It's like the best songwriters of all bluegrass. You know, Brink Brinkman and Christy Cox, and the names went on. And then there's the my name tag.
Scary, isn't it?
It was. So we're sitting at these tables, and there's a long line of people waiting to talk to us about how to become better songwriters.
Right.
And I just went, this is Mike Mitchell put this thing together, and his wife Jen,
Mm-hmm.
who's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we know Mike and Jen because they run the School of Music, the Floyd School of Music in Virginia.
Exactly.
So I called him a few months ago and I said, would you teach my boy how to play piano?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been playing for several years, but we kind of like to take him to another level. And Jen,
Mm-hmm.
who is his wife, wonderful woman.
She is.
She's teaching my son Macklin from the School of Music, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of like to take mandolin lessons from,
Yeah.
because I'm getting ready to tour, and I'm like, I'd like to play some mandolin on my stuff. And I play a little bit of mandolin, but that guy plays
I know,
lot of
man.
mandolin.
That's kind of crazy.
So
what he
we're
does.
after we're done with this interview, we're gonna go see if Randy's Pick and Parlor, if he's got anything laying around that he wants to sell, right?
I'm sure there's a mandolin out there.
So yeah, I had a great time there, and you know, first time I ever went.
That's the beauty of IBMA. Just what you've described. It's networking. It's people understanding who Marty Falle is because they put a face with the name. And hey, you know, Marty Falle's a pretty good guy, you know? You're going to hear that more and more.
I don't know. We'll see,
I
right?
guess we're not going to let Amber up here 'cause that's none of my business. But
I have my handlers here.
oh man.
I don't go anywhere without my handlers.
But the thing about IBMA, the beauty of it,
Yeah.
I think, is the networking and the family.
I think so too.
And
Yeah.
it's almost a tradition to meet people that you want to meet, but also understand how they do this for a living every day.
Yeah.
And I think you've tapped into that with these 8 records that you have. You wanna wrap them off here for me real quick?
Macklin, what records do we have? So we got Virgin on the Bluegrass, right? Was the
Yep.
first one.
Right.
Kentucky Blue Star,
Kentucky Blue
My
Star.
Farm, My Bluegrass,
My Farm, My Bluegrass.
Bluegrass Holy Land,
No. Skip one.
before that, Born Again Bluegrass,
No. Yeah, Born Again Bluegrass.
There you
and
go.
Bluegrass Holy Land,
Bluegrass Holy Land. That's 5. What do we got?
Appalachia Rust,
Appalachia Rust. 6. Love that record.
Wow.
Wanted in Kentucky,
Wanted in Kentucky.
and Hillbilly Irish.
Hillbilly Irish.
Wow. Speaking of Hillbilly Irish, man, I mean, that thing is like slapping everybody in the face. I do understand, but it's amazing to me that you have all this talent, this great producer in Jonathan Yudkin.
Love Jonathan.
Guys like Mike Bubb, and we could go on and on and on about these killer musicians that you have. And it's not a big deal to you. It's like it's almost supposed to happen that way. And I feel like that you've accepted that as a musician, and I think you've accepted that this is going to be this way.
I'm accepting it.
And you should.
I'm in acceptance phase right now.
Exactly.
Fans at home. When you talk about Nashville and what the process is for us, Jonathan Yudkin, who is, Grammy winner, world-renowned producer, plays everything with strings.
Wow.
Anything and everything with strings. And I'm his only bluegrass artist, which is kind of cool. I know he's played with some of the legends over the years in the studio. But, when we decided to do this, to go all bluegrass, which is my favorite music, I wasn't sure that I'd pull it off, And he says, you know what, I'm going to put you I want you to bring your songs in, and I want you to sit in the middle of the room, and I want you to play them for Mike Bubb, for Josh Metheny, for Rob Ikes, giants in the business, right? For Carl Miner, and the list goes on, right? Matt Menifee, we talked about him with Mumford, right? And they sat me in the middle of the room, and I'm like, can I say this on air? But I'm kind of, I'm kind of peeing on myself.
I understand.
Because I'm like singing, acoustically to these guys.
And you're thinking, gosh, is this good enough?
Boy, do I suck,
Are these
right?
guys, what do they think about it really?
But then when we do the charting and we hit the go button, and usually it's the first take or second take that we take because the passion's there, and even with my vocals, the first vocals I do are called guide vocals, or pilot,
exactly.
Pilot vocals, and I'll redo the vocals later, and then I'm like, and my wife will be like, you did it better the first time.
Yeah, why did you do that?
And so, like, our biggest song was Tumbleweed, and that was the most played song on Sirius XM last year in May, or one of them. Anyways, we got this little email that said, you are the most popular, which is pretty cool. And that was the first take for everything. The vocal, the backing track, the whole thing. So,
when it comes to music, there's nothing like playing an instrument that has soul in it. And that's exactly what you'll find at Randy Wood Guitars. For decades, Randy Wood has been building and restoring some of the finest guitars, mandolins, and banjos that you'll ever put your hands on. His instruments have been played by legends and trusted by pickers who know the difference. When you walk into Randy Wood Guitars down in Bloomingdale, Georgia, you're not just stepping into a shop. You're stepping into a tradition. You'll see handcrafted instruments, hear incredible stories from Randy himself, and maybe even catch some live music in their intimate pick-and parlor. It's a place where music is alive, where history and craftsmanship meet. So whether you're a collector, a performer, or just someone who loves the sound of wood and strings coming together, check out Randy Wood Guitars. Visit them in person or online at randywoodguitars.com, where great music begins.
Want to make your advertising dollar go farther? Just go to therickdollarshow.com and fill out the contact information. Someone from our advertising department will contact you as soon as they finish their lunch. The Rick Dollar Show, helping your business be more successful.
Hey folks, let me tell you about one of my favorite spots in Pigeon Forge, the Local Goat. This place is a true scratch-made kitchen where every single dish is crafted fresh daily. We're talking hand-patted gourmet burgers, perfectly cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and even made-from-scratch desserts that'll have you coming back for more. But it's not just the food, it's the vibe. The local goat is filled with artwork from local artists. So when you walk in, you're not only getting a great meal, you're getting a taste of the community. It's family friendly. It's fun. It's the perfect place whether you're grabbing a casual bite, celebrating with friends, or just looking for a cold craft beer to go with that burger. So next time you're in Pigeon Forge, make sure you stop by the local goat, the place where locals eat and visitors love.
The Rick Dollar Show.
Hey folks, if you're looking for a place that's got that perfect mix of mountain charm, music, and outdoor adventure, let me tell you about Marion, Virginia. It's this beautiful little town tucked right in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and when you walk through their historic downtown, you'll feel like you've stepped into a storybook. Boutique shops, local dining, and that small-town hospitality that makes you want to stay a while. If you're a music lover, Marion is home to the legendary Lincoln Theater, where Song of the Mountains is filmed. That's a nationally televised concert series showcasing some of the best in bluegrass and Americana music, and you'll be right in the heart of it. And for outdoor fans, you're just a minute from Hungry Mother State Park. We're talking hiking, biking, fishing, and even a sandy beach where you can just relax. Plus, the Appalachian Trail and Mount Rogers National Recreation Area are right there too. So whether it's live music, mountain air, or just slowing down a bit, Marion, Virginia's got it all. Check it out at visitmarionva.com and start planning your getaway.
And now, back to more fun.
County Q's been a special place for me in Nashville. I've been recording there for about 15 years, and Paul Skolton and the group up there have this old Chinese restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
That they converted in the studio, and I don't think they converted much since the old Chinese restaurant. In fact, I'm not so sure that we should hire some good cleaners and whatnot.
Yeah, some cleaners get in there and fix things up.
I don't think they're going to do that either.
Yeah, okay.
But we went in there, and you could you could feel Garth Brooks demos when he used to do them back in this place back in the day, and you could feel the old. There's an old soul about the place.
It's kind of like the old CBS studios, the old Quonset hut.
Yeah. And so we just do it that way, and we try to stay away as much as possible from the digital world, which you can only do so much of that. But
Analog's a beautiful thing.
I'd love to do a pure analog play, but we don't do quite that. But we try to limit. We want the warts and the scars and
all the bad stuff's got to be in there.
Yeah,
because it gives a character.
Yeah.
It's like the wall over here. We were talking about this wall earlier. Randy has a great past in the music business, country, bluegrass, anything and everything. I mean, Mac Wiseman, Tony Rice. Anybody and everybody that's ever been in this business that's, I think, darkened the doors in Nashville is on that wall. And I think every time I come in here, it reminds me. It's beautiful to have the new and the shiny.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. When Mac Wiseman was in here, that was just Mac Wiseman.
Yeah.
And you accepted that. And I feel like that you accepting what you're doing now and saying, hey, I am good enough to do this. And let's do something a step up. Maybe better next time.
Oh, we're always trying to.
Exactly.
Better,
And I think that's a hard thing for some artists to do.
Sometimes
I feel like you're there.
Yeah, I wrote almost all. I write almost all original songs for these records. And I do mostly myself. Some I do co-writing with Jonathan Holmberg lately, who is my long-time friend from Athens, Ohio. And sometimes I wonder, will I run out of things to write about? Because I've recorded probably 120 songs. Wow. We were talking about Mike Bob and Yudkin and whatnot. I've done probably 120, 140 songs at County Q with original. With Yudkin, And sometimes I go, hey, am I going to run out of things to write about?
Of course not. You gotta. Real life is going to give you something every time that you turn a corner.
Every time I go, we have a farm. We got a 194-acre farm up in Jackson County. It's in the eastern Kentucky coal fields up there.
Yeah.
Right outside of Berea, Kentucky. And every time I don't have, inspiration, I'll look at one of those old barns. We have like a 200-year-old barn, and it's just barely hanging together. And for some reason, I bet you there was a barn dance in there. I
guarantee you.
I bet you somebody fell in love at that barn dance, right? So
Probably.
On this record, I did a Hillbilly Irish, the song Hillbilly Irish that Carly Greer. We do a duet, kind of like she's kind of like my Loretta Lynn to Conway Twitty type thing.
Whoa,
no,
man.
that's heavy.
No, that's that's pretty good.
But that's how it feels. It really feels that way.
If you can get that with somebody as far as performing, that's something you don't get every day.
Yeah, she's amazing. And so that song is just about two Irish immigrants that moved to eastern Kentucky from Ireland, and they go to a barn dance, fall in love. That's all the song is.
Gosh, man.
And then the one that's playing on Sirius XM right now is called Love Raised the Roof,
right?
Which we're kind of calling we don't like say, here's our single and we'll have an album out in a year for you. It's not like that.
Exactly.
We like put the album out and we go, you guys decide if you like it or not.
What do you like?
If you like it, that's great. If you don't, I get it, then it wasn't meant to be.
But that's why a lot of your records that come out are, when they show up at number 1, or at least in the top 5.
It's been great, yeah.
And is that what you would attest all this success to, as far as, there's guys out there that would beg for what's happening to you.
Really? Can you tell me who they are?
You know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of guys out there that would just love to have this, top 5, number 1. You're on the cover of a magazine with, Billy Strings, who is not questionably, but he is the hottest commodity right now.
No question.
In country, bluegrass, and Americana music. But I think what you've got to look forward to are these 120 songs that you're talking about. These are your songs.
Yeah.
These are part of your soul
For
and
sure.
your life's experiences. And the beauty is finding the people that can fit into that little mold with you.
Yeah.
To make this happen.
I'll be honest with you, as far as the charting and all that, that's always nice to see because there's a credibility that goes with it. And, when you get invited to IBMA to mentor some of the songwriters.
That's right.
That's, I guess, part of the juice that feels good about all this.
Oh,
right?
of course.
But to me, the most joy that I get is I just love to write songs. And I love to go and work with my friend Jonathan Yudkin.
Yeah.
And I love to get in a room with those 5 guys and let it rip.
Yeah.
And if I get nothing, that to me is my favorite part of the processes. Because I've played a lot. Over the course of my life, I've done a lot of gigs. But I'm going through a period right now where I'm writing and recording and releasing. And it just...
Well, it's flowing.
Yeah, it's like...
Let it go.
Let it go.
Exactly.
If the songs are there and I got something to say, then let it go.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, we didn't ask you to sing now because I
right,
can't
brother.
pay you.
do this
So what do
acapella.
you think? Yeah, exactly. What's gonna happen?
It's called I Love Rick Dollar.
Oh yeah. By the way, that killer shirt you
So I got a blue
there.
one. I got this one. And I'm going to tell you something, everybody out there. Got to buy one of these because they're really comfortable. They got that blend, it's not rough on your skin. It just feels good. I was at the beach the other day.
I'll pay you later. Okay.
And I had the blue one on, which is my favorite one. And but it wasn't clean because I was on the beach. Couldn't wear it today. And my wife, I said, take a picture of me in Rick Dollar shirt so I could get on his show, right? So I'm running around,
Is that how you got on this show?
Look at that, man.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember how.
That's how it works.
Well, man, I'm just honored to be able to get with you every time this happens. It's really a good thing, not just for you, but for our radio show and our podcast, to be able to show the world who Marty Falle really is. And
Rick, thank you. Yeah,
it's been a good thing.
It's been amazing to know you as not only as a friend, but as a true historian. And you know, it's guys like you that are the soul of bluegrass, as far as I'm concerned. Because without you, I don't think it exists. Because all the sacrifices, we were talking about some of the artists that I've been, you know, and you're like, I ran into so and so at the airport and all that.
Yeah.
And they look pretty miserable at the airport. I mean, let's just be
no,
frank,
that is
right?
so true.
Yeah? They don't look the same as they do on stage.
Exactly.
But it's guys like you and sitting in here and Randy's pick and parlor, maybe one of the coolest things that possibly could be. And for those of you at home who don't know where this place is, we're in Savannah, Georgia. And Randy is he's a legend.
Yeah.
Come down here and get a mandolin or fiddle. You know, he's making them right there in the back.
He does
room.
it all. I mean, he's legendary in the business. Started Gruen guitars with George Gruen, you know, Carter vintage guitars, I think, initially. But, you know, it's still legendary in Nashville. Everybody slides in there and says, hey, look, I need to, you know, pick this guitar.
I remember last time I was in here, we took some pictures with Randy.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, just yesterday Steve Earle was here. I go, what?
Yeah, you can be standing in here sometimes. It's crazy. I mean, standing there at the counter talking to Robert one day. Robert is the guy that he's the glue that holds it all together. I'll say that. And you hear ding ding, and you look over at the door, and you're really not sure who's going to come in. And I mean, Steve Earle comes in, brand new Grand Ole Opry star, not just a star, but a member of the Grand Ole Opry.
Right.
It's just ridiculous. So,
and we're in the middle of nowhere, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
We're
actually in a little town called Bloomingdale, Georgia,
yeah.
which is like, I mean, it's a few hundred feet from the main road. And, but it's, I tell you what, Fridays and Saturday nights, man, it's hopping in here. You got a built-in crowd. It's mostly the same people, but they are very finicky music fans.
I encourage anybody who's, when they come to Savannah, get here.
Oh, yeah. It's a great place.
Get here. Randy's, meet Randy, see what he does here.
Hey, guys, thanks for joining us today.
The Rick Dollar Show podcast is produced by Radio Dog Productions. Theme music is written and performed by Jeremy Garrett at garrettgrass.com. The Rick Dollar Show podcast cannot be reproduced or rebroadcast without express written consent from Radio Dog Productions. I'm Kent Jones, and this has been a Radio Dog production.